Okay, so good afternoon for everyone, or good morning. So welcome to a new design here. Now we're gonna complete our design. Yes, so in this video, I'm gonna teach you how to do the background, the character with more details, and also animate it using the different frames in the bitmap layer and using the camera layer to modify the background. Right, so here we can the first step that we're gonna try to develop is to do our background. Yes, the challenge is that you can learn as much as possible. For that reason, um, here we're gonna doing the background, so the only thing that you have to do is just use your imagination. Yes, so if you know about arts or drawing, you can do it. So I know that you can do interesting projects. For that reason, I'm using only the colors and brushes in different tones to give a little bit more realistic drawing. Right, so you can, as you saw, we can create a new layer which name is background. Right, so it's important that you do it because with that you can modify without problems the background. Yes, so it's important that you create a layer named background. Okay, so be creative and enjoy the process to doing the background. Okay, now it's time to do our character. Yes, our background are ready. So now it's time to do our character. Remember that based in our character um, development, yes, in our infographics. So we have to start to create our character. Yes, it's a process with patience, but trust me, you will enjoy the process. Yes, so here we are using different colors and different tones to improve our character here. So for example, I am using a green, and the different details I am using intense colors like black or red. So once that you have the colors and the shapes and the silhouette of your character, is easy to do it. So you can use the different tools, as you can watch it here. I have to do a little bit fast because it takes a long time, but you can use, for example, pencils or brushes to do it. So you have to keep in mind that the colors has to combine perfectly with our background. Yes, something that I have to say is that this character has to be in the bitmap layer, and this is the main layer that we're gonna do. Yes, we can't create in the background because there are not the same layer. For that reason, background layer for the background, and this and the character has to be in the bitmap layer. Okay, so you can use different tones, different things that you wanted, and enjoy it and be creative now. Okay, so once that we have our character our um, and our background, it's time to animate. It's time to animate. So for that reason, we're gonna start duplicating our character through frames. Yes, we are checking our first frame, and once that we have the first frame, we're gonna duplicate, and after we're gonna modify a few details. For example, I want that my character starts to blink. Yes, his eyes. So for that reason, I'm gonna duplicate the different frames, and I'm gonna start that the character starts to close his eyes slowly, step by step, frame by frame. So as you can see, for example, in the first frame we have our character with the entire eyes, but in the second frame we're gonna start to close more and more these eyes. So through the frames we can modify briefly our character, and with that we can have the sensation of movement. Okay, so here is the second, for example, and once that we have the second, I'm gonna duplicate the second, and in the third I'm gonna close a little bit more the eyes, and with that you can generate this effect. Okay, so you have to complete it until you have all the frames available and nice. Okay, Excellent. Continue. Okay, finally, so the last part of our tutorial will be focused to the how to move the background and the camera. Yes, for that reason we have to create a layer that the name is camera layer. In this layer we're going to start to take our screens. Yes, and for each screen, if you want to zoom in or zoom out, you have to do for each frame. For example, in this case I am creating a frame in which we can find a normal zoom. The second frame will be zoom in, and the other will be other frames that you can create in the layer screen. Remember, camera layer is the layer that we have to use to do this movement. Okay, so here, for example, I am verifying how to zoom in or zoom out the screen. Yes, so for that reason we have to test. For example, here I am testing, and once that I have the frame, here we have the result. And you can continue doing with all your positions in the camera that you want. Right, so nice. And with that we can finish. Once that we have this, we can watch the result. Excellent.